here with Republican candidate Jeff Davis to answer some follow-up questions about the debate. So, Jeff, during the debate, you said that you would like to see marijuana legalized in the country. Why is that?
I believe that by legalization of marijuana, we will increase revenue within the job market. We'll also have a greater influx of tax to be made on that. The fact is, if people want to smoke it, they're going to smoke it. Just like during Prohibition, people wanted to drink, they were going to drink, regardless of legality. So if we can legalize it and tax it and make money off of it, then by all means we should. Um, Alcohol is legal, and with the age group between 18 to 24, it is the number 3 killer of that age group, and it's completely legal. I don't know what the numbers are on death ratio for people between 18 to 24 with marijuana, but I don't necessarily believe it's as high as it is with alcohol, and alcohol is completely legal.
You stated that the most important issue to you is our education system in the United States. How would you improve it?
I believe that education is the number one issue that America is facing. With the ever-changing global market, and we're moving from an industrialized market to a technology-driven market, and there are desires for people within those fields, and people know that, and they are looking for a lucrative job market. But you need a 4-year college degree for that. And people need to understand that a 4-year degree is not necessarily what is for everybody. We need to put an emphasis on learn trades and skills like a plumber or an auto mechanic. Right now, those jobs are in drastic decline. And whenever 10 years from now, how much is it going to cost just to get your oil changed? How much is it going to cost just to have a plumber come out and take a look and see what's going on with your septic system? There are trade skills that are not necessarily glamorous but lackluster, but you don't need to be an engineer or a computer science major to be successful and to live the American dream. The American dream is what you make it.
You stated that the Democratic Party has had the opportunity to succeed in office and has failed. How do you feel being a Republican that you lead the country to greater success?
Well, I believe that over the last 6 years, the Obama administration has um, pretty much made America look like a weak country in the world. And, 25, 30 years ago, it was Russia and America. Um, Russia, USSR at that time. Um, Communism against capitalism. That's what it was. And we still maintain a strength throughout the world. And the UN looks at us to police the world to make sure that what is right is happening in this world. But the Obama administration doesn't respect America, and it doesn't respect the American people by appealing to the American people, by doing what the American people want, and passing legislation that is not so much not only appeals but is in the best interest of the American people to gain respect on a global market. Um, from the Chinese cyber attack to Syria and the infiltration of ISIS into America. These cells, we don't necessarily know where they are, but with us becoming a weakened country, we have basically opened those doors for to be attacked by other countries, and we need to shut those doors as soon as possible.
During the debate, you said one of your first moves in office would be to revoke Obama's ideas. Tell me a little bit about that.
During the debate, I said that I would revoke um, all plans of the Iranian nuclear deal. I don't necessarily believe that the Obama administration has made some just nothing but bad decisions throughout their last 6 years, but I believe that they've had many ups and downs, and they have had every opportunity to be successful and to regulate the Iranians with their nuclear deal. the thing is, it's not a deal. It shouldn't be a deal. It's putting sanctions and restrictions on a terroristic country who is in the very center of the Middle East, which is known for terrorist activities, from making enriched uranium to create nuclear weapons within the coming decade. Um, and right now, the current proposed deal is to give a 24-day head notice prior to any inspection. That is adequate enough time to hide whatever you have going on, whatever illegal activity you may have. And I believe that it should be, we're here to check you, open everything up. It shouldn't be, here's a month head start, because whenever you give somebody a month head start, that's all the time in the world when it comes to trying to hide something that you don't want to see.
What ways would you improve America's welfare system?
I believe that the welfare system has become just a sickening aspect of the American people. There are too many people for generations that have relied upon welfare. We need to stress that welfare is not a way of life, but assistance. It's to help get you back on your feet. Now, I understand that there are some people with disabilities and are not capable of working. And if those people who need welfare, social welfare programs and from 1962 and Social Security being revised, um, all those were designed around people with disabilities, older people, and whenever we allow people who don't need welfare to live on welfare and to make it a way of life, we just pretty much line their pockets with money and steal from people who are trying their hardest to provide. Um, I believe that if you are a social welfare recipient, that although marijuana is not legal yet, um, in the event that it is, we should still test for other illicit drugs. But at the present time, with it not being legalized, we should still have random drug testing for marijuana as well. Because if you can afford to uh, do illicit legal drugs, then you can afford to provide for your family. You can afford to pay your bills, and we need to make sure that they know that we're not going to provide for them, so that they can sit around and do nothing. Um, Whenever we look at social welfare to help getting people off of it, we should do the same thing that we do for unemployment. People who receive unemployment are regulated to look for a certain amount of jobs per week for the duration of their allotted unemployment. If they don't find a job within that time, then we cut them off. I believe that if you are fully capable and able of working, then you should look for a job, and we should monitor your job search.
And how do you believe that you are a stronger candidate than your opposing candidate, Joe Cover?
Um, Joe's a great guy. He's a part of many different organizations here on this campus, but his propositions to revoke funding from organizations to provide free education to anybody and everybody, um, but he wouldn't have those type of capabilities and opportunities to be a member of those organizations. Um, I think he's all talk and no action. Um, but I have a plan, and I will carry out that plan. I'm ready to be your next president. I appeal to the American people, and I am one of the American people. I believe that Joe looks down on people. He uses fancy words and uses a lot of inaccuracies to describe what's going on in this world. And I believe that he needs to concern himself with becoming more educated on the issues rather than trying to educate people with falsehoods.
That's great. Thank you for being here with us today, Jeff.
Thank you for your time, Dallas.